Hello again, everybody. Today, or now, what I'm going to do is go over my three mountain bikes I like the most. As you can see, you guys know I have four. I have the Balance, but the Balance has been basically put up in the rafters, and it's going to sit there until somebody wants to work on it or ride it. It's in good working condition. I'm just not a big fan of it anymore. All right, here's the Gary Fisher, my Mamba. It's an all steel American made bicycle. Has an original RockShox. It has Shimano components, and I believe it's Altus on it. It's a 3x7. You guys know what I've done to it. XT pedals, brand new gummall tires, new power saddle, new cables throughout the bike. Just a simple, just a very simple, great bike. Only weighs 27 pounds. This is an all steel bike. So shifts beautifully. It is grip shift. Just a good working bike. Really like it. I love the geometry. It's a 16.5-inch frame, so it's a perfect size frame for me. I sit really well in it. Can you be aggressive on it? Not really. It's really a gravel bike. Just take it on some nice trails and enjoy your time out there because the bike's going to hold up, it's going to handle well, and it's going to absorb most of the shock up there. And the RockShox up front just takes off the edge off the big jumps, or not jumps, the big hits. Now we got the Cannondale F400 Cat 3. This is the most problematic bike I have. Just one issue after another. The biggest issue, as you all know, is the front head shock is blown out completely. The parts are hard to get. So I'm trying to make it into just a totally rigid bike. Keep it on lockout. Some things I've done to it. XT pedals, brand new chain, brand new tires, brand new saddle and seat posts, and brand new handlebars with new grips. And I think the bike looks really clean. I'm probably going to take the XT pedals off and just put some platforms because this bike isn't designed for anything other than cruising around and just looking nice. The frame is way too big for me. It's a 19-inch frame. And I guess I could say it's not way too big, it's just not as comfortable as my smaller bikes. So I'm just used to a more compact frame, and this is a stretched out mountain bike. If I were to buy it brand new, I wouldn't buy a 19, I'd buy a 17 or a 16. But it's overall for what I paid for the bike. Again, it's an American handmade frame, just like the Gary Fisher. And a lot of history, a lot of just a good bike, a good overall frame, I should say. And I'm a big fan of Cannondale. And just recently, yesterday, we picked up the Jamis Dakota Comp. And this bike has all the bells and whistles for its era. Hydraulic disc brakes, Manitou suspension fork, XT drivetrain, E30 bar and stem and seat post, fabric saddle, XT pedals, alloy frame with some carbon seat stays, but I really think they're just wrapped in carbon. I think they're alloy as well. But it just looks good on the rear end. They should have done the chain stays too, but you guys know I'm not a big fan of the colorway, but for the price of the bike, when you're buying bikes this inexpensively and then they're in great working condition, oh my God, they're worth everything I paid for them. So I really like this bike. This is going to be my cross-country bike. This is going to be my mountain bike for the winter. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun on it. As I get stronger and feel better, I think I'm going to put some good miles on this bike. So I'm looking forward to riding it. Today would have been a perfect day, but I do have to go to work. I've been off work for a week already. So I do need to get back to work and hopefully feel better. All right, guys, if you have any questions on these three mountain bikes, please let me know.